Hello, everybody, and how are we doing today? Today, I find myself doing something a little different. Today, we're going to combine van life with river life. So today, I am, if you can't tell by the scenery behind me, I am back at Shelter Island. Let me spin you around here. So, there's part of the marina. It's West Dock. So today, we are going to do a video. It's been 1 year since I did the last video of the marina. Yeah, about 1 year. So we're going to go through it again today, 1 year later, almost exactly. So for now, we're walking down the back trail on the riverside. The yard is over here. This is the back side of the yard of Broken Dreams. Let's just have a walk back here, and you can see some of the wrecks that will never see the light of day. We will never see water again. Starting with that one. That poor girl is yeah, she's a land yacht and will probably never move again. And there's Dory doing what Dory does best. And a beautiful shot of the river. I do love this river. I don't know why. I just do. There's a couple more boats that have been sitting there for a few years. May or may never see water again. Some of these guys surprise you, eh? You think it's they've been sitting there for a while and nobody's doing anything with them, and then all of a sudden you start to see stuff happening with them. Next thing you know, they're back out on the water. There have been many boats that I thought we'd never see the water again, and all of a sudden there they are, back out on the water. That's kind of cool when that happens. I'm going to spin you around again. That's what it's like walking the backside in the summertime. I'm still taking Dory for a morning walk here. So I figured I'd show you guys something a little different today, seeing as how we're hanging out at the marina. The backside of the yard of Broken Dreams. Now that boat, we'll probably never see water again, which is unfortunate. It was a beautiful boat in her day. That little guy may or may not, which is also too bad. He might actually. He's survivable. They both are. This one is too if you redid the house. And the mast. And the hall. Probably got to do all inside, and it would take a little bit. And all these boathouses. There's a house there. It's been in the yard. It's a boathouse actually, but it's never left the yard. I find that kind of odd. Whatever, to each his own. That is a cute little ship. That Jack Iron. That is probably not much longer than my van. That's about 24 feet. Steel hull. And yeah, I would be surprised if you could well, I believe it's got a full keel, so that's ocean going. Although that would be just that would be a rough sail on big seas with that little thing. Morning. Little, bicycler. All right, guys. Well, this is the end of the yard here from the backside. So, when I get back to the van, we'll go do the inside of the Yard of Broken Dreams 1 year later. See you in a bit, everybody. This is the riverside of the marina. Check out that houseboat. Or that boathouse. That's tragic. Wow. That is bad. Here they're lifting a boat out of the water. Heading over for a shower here. And we got held up by this guy. Alright, everyone. Here we are going to take a 1 year tour. A tour 1 year later through the Yard of Broken Dreams. Right off the hop, I can see that this is different. The owner's boats used to sit there. much different off the hop. Boats coming in for regular maintenance. There are some nice boats in here. Come around. That's a big sailboat. Big sailboat. Boat somebody's working on. That looks like a cool little unit. Look at this big old thing. Holy cow. Small to be a processing boat. I don't know what you use with that. It's a boat they've been working on for a long time. They may never get that one finished. Well, they might. I can't say never. Worse boats have been revived. Double decker. It's a fishing boat. This is when all the fishing boats coming in get all the refits. I have to remember this is a working yard. Stay out of everybody's way. You see all this? That building back there, that's all new. I never used to be there. What do you call that? Progress or greed? One of the two. Boat going for a refit. I don't see near as many derelicts in here as we used to see. Although there's still a few in here. Still a few in here. this thing? Artemis Technologies. Electric? I don't see any props on that at all. Oh, there it is. Would you look at that? Now that is a different kind of setup. It's a hydrofoil boat. That is kind of weird. 100% electric. An all electric boat. Wow, that's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. And there's some nice boats in here. Hey, you! I was just thinking about you. I was thinking, fucking, is Curtis still here? Yeah. And that was a friend of mine, Curtis. Nice guy, but dude's his own worst enemy. Turned around here, we'll go back the other way. Well, that's not a bad boat. Lots of little boats in here this time, eh? Nowhere near as many wrecks. What was going on with this thing? There we go. Yeah, a little different setup than a year ago. Trimaran. Northern Pearl. This one's for sale. Looks like a nice boat. If anybody's interested. There's the info. Remember the one I said would never see land from when we were on the backside? And there it is from the front side. If a guy was to get on it, he could fix it. But if it sits there too much longer, won't be a whole lot left to fix. It just gets too hard to do after a while. There's some nice little sailboats in here. Some nice power boats. Check out this boat. This was a neighbor of mine for a while. An old guy, and then he died on the boat, and it sank. It's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. You know, and these guys that live on houses that never leave the boatyard. And some build outs. Fishermen getting their boats ready. At various stages of refitment. Oh, this one's got some serious work done. There is a boat that will never, ever, ever see water again. That's unfortunate. Load on a truck they're bringing in. Alright, and there she is, people. Shelter Island Marina, the Yard of Broken Dreams, 1 year later. Alright, everybody. I'm going to leave this one here, and you guys have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. Remember, keep smiling. Makes everybody wonder what you're up to. See you, everybody.